This is a response to Gary DoNotGod's video Rats! In which he picks up on a comment that I made in one of his videos to do with relative values and how we as humans tend to have human-centered values and apply those to decisions that we make. I guess I wasn't clear in my original video or the series of videos I've made on this subject, or perhaps the comment I made wasn't clear. I mean, what I'm pointing out there is not that I think humans have superior value, objectively or any other way. What I'm pointing out is that pretty much everybody does. I'm not using that as an article of faith, and I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm thinking that comes with the territory, and that's one of the realities that we have to face if we're going to get along and if we're going to improve. And the thought experiment you produced, which was about, who would, given the opportunity to allow one of these two animals to suffer, the classic Sophie's Choice question, would you choose this sentient being or this sentient being, given these slight differences? And and as I pointed out, and as you've kind of confirmed in your video there, Gary, we apply criteria, and those criteria are almost inevitably human criteria. We don't pick the ape because of its hairiness. We don't pick the ape because of its we pick it for a very good reason. We pick it because its ability to suffer in that particular case. And the change that you make to that thought experiment, where you put the gorilla next to the human being, or the retarded human being, as you say, you change the goalpost by getting the gorilla to speak. And what that rightly brings out is that one of the criteria that we bring to this discussion is sentience and intelligence, or at least the ability to articulate what you think. I'm not saying that's right either. All I'm saying is that those are the parameters we work with, and certainly my ambition, if I was to make an ideal world, it would perhaps be one in which those things didn't exist. So I guess I'm just being mischaracterized, probably because I haven't explained myself properly. What else? Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I just think I'm getting a bit bogged down in this values morality thing myself. I don't know about how you feel about this, Gary, but I'm not sure this can go anywhere really, because I am of the opinion that a notion like value takes its meaning from our ability as humans, in this case, just as having this kind of a body and this kind of a role in the world. Our notion of value, positive and negative value, takes its meaning from the things that we do as humans, from our ability to feel pleasure and pain, to suffer and to experience joy. If we didn't have those things, it might be an easier world, and part of me looks forward to not being around anymore, where those things will disappear. But and when the forces of physics and chemistry can take over, and the forces of biology and psychology are quietened down for a while, I can see the logic of that. In fact, a lot of the issues that you're talking about and that I'm trying to talk about are really to do with the whole psychology thing. If the world was just maths and physics and chemistry and biology, we wouldn't have a problem here. We have a problem because we have psychology, and once we start, and unfortunately or fortunately, the only psychology we've got the inside view of is human psychology, and that human psychology is built out of the building blocks of of life on planet Earth, with all of what you've referred to in previous videos, Gary, as the rats running around mazes looking for cheese efforts, really. The efforts to survive and reproduce, the efforts to make one's way in the world. So we've got a psychology that's built out of that kind of shit, really. So it's going to be confusing, I think. And I don't think there's a real resolution to it. That's about it, really, I think. You seem a bit stressed, to be honest there, Gary. I don't know. This video, you're not looking at the camera the way you usually do. You're looking off to one side. And you sound like you got PMS or something. I don't know what that's about, really. And you spelt cunts wrong in the info box. It's not spelt with an L, it's just spelt C-U-N-T, cunts. Yeah, so that's about it really. Thanks as always for contributing to the conversation, Gary, and if this isn't clear, if my position isn't clear, I'll keep making videos until it is clear, both to myself and to people who think I'm a speciesist, or more of a speciesist than anybody else, or an apologist for speciesism, which I wouldn't characterise myself as at all.